Hello everyone, I am going to show you how to do your own at-home do-it-yourself body wrap using bentonite clay. Now I know that this particular clay here says that it's Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay, but you will see here where it says 100% natural calcium bentonite clay. And if you're not familiar with bentonite clay is excellent for detoxifying your body. You can actually drink it, and I personally use it on my body as a detox. We are exposed to so many environmental toxins that it's really important to make sure that you are using some form of detox to rid your body of all of the chemicals that we are exposed to on a daily basis. Okay, so what you're going to need is you're going to need the bentonite clay. As I mentioned, you're going to need a plastic bowl. Now, one thing to remember when using bentonite clay, because it is a binder, you do not want to use any metal. Do not use a metal spoon. Do not use a metal bowl. You only want to use plastic. So I have a plastic bowl here. I have a plastic measuring spoon or measuring cup or whatever you want to call it. This one is a 1/4 of a cup size, so we're going to be using a 1/4 cup of the bentonite clay. We're also going to be using a plastic spatula. We're also going to be using organic apple cider vinegar. Now, this particular brand of apple cider vinegar here is Trader Joe's brand. If you have Bragg's, that's just as good. The most important thing is that you want to make sure that it is organic and it is raw, and also that it says that it's unfiltered with the mother. That is the key ingredient you want to make sure it has. Now, the only ones that I know of that are on the market, there are several, but the most popular one is Bragg's. But I buy this one because I shop at Trader Joe's all the time, so this is what I am using. Okay, and you want to also make sure that you have water. Now I have this filled up to maybe about 1/3 of a cup. We will not be using all of this water. We're only going to be adding to it as needed. So we're going to start off by putting a 1/4 of a cup of the bentonite clay inside the measuring spoon here. And that is all. Now the bentonite clay, you can purchase it at one of your local stores. If you also want to support me, you can feel free to click on the link in my bio, and it'll take you directly to my Amazon store, and you can purchase it from my Amazon store. Okay, so we've got a 1/4 cup of the bentonite clay powder. We're going to pour it in here. I'm going to shake up the apple cider vinegar, because what happens is that when you're using the clay, the apple cider vinegar gives you like a pulsating effect when you are using the apple cider vinegar. So I'm going to use probably about, let's see, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use 3 caps full of the apple cider vinegar. And you can see here that it's already kind of started the bubbling effect. And then I'm going to pour just a little bit of the water in here, and I'm going to start stirring it. And I'm going to see what type of consistency I have. The key to using the mask is that you want it to have somewhat of not really thick, but somewhat of a firm consistency. Now this is actually a little watery, so I probably should have used a little less water, but sometimes most of the time I use more of the bentonite clay And this time I only used 1/4 of a cup. So mine is a little watery, but it will still have the same effect. Okay? So once you have all of your clay mixture prepared, then I personally start with using it on my face. I just take the spatula and just rub it throughout my face. Now I know somebody is going to comment about this particular spatula. I only use this just for these purposes. I have a separate spatula in which I use for my cakes. So I start on my face and put it all up under my neck, and I go all over my body. And within 5 minutes, you'll start feeling the pulsating effect, how it starts to detoxifying your skin and pulling all of the toxin from your skin. And especially for ladies who wear makeup, and even if you don't wear makeup, it's important to make sure that you are cleansing your skin, because a lot of times our makeup gets embedded in our skin and it causes more problems. And even though we're trying to look our best, sometimes the makeup gets into our pores and it begins to clog our pores. So I do it all over my face. And then I start working its way down. Now I usually allow this to dry. It normally takes about 15 minutes to dry. And once I finish my face, then I move on to my body. And now I remember when I first started doing this, the next day I had so much mental clarity. I could not believe how much brain fog I was actually experiencing. So I have started doing this detox once a week because it really, really pulls the toxins out of your body. Now, what I will do is once I have put this all over my body, I will sit for about 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, and I will just allow it to dry, and then I'll get in the shower and then I'll rinse it all off. It can be a little messy, but trust me, it's worth it. So I'll just go all over my body and I'll finish it. So it is now about 20 minutes later, and you can see how all of the clay has pretty much dried up on my body. And so what I'll do now is rinse it off of my face and get in the shower, and I'll rinse all of the clay off and then I'll shower. So if you are trying to detox your body, I highly recommend this one. I promise you, you're going to have so much mental clarity. Your body will feel amazing. You will sleep so very good the night that you do it. I usually do mine at nighttime, you know, maybe about an hour or two before I go to bed at night, and it makes, oh my gosh, it makes a tremendous difference. And you can feel it. You can feel it all in your head, because the next day, like I said, you will have so much mental clarity. It's just, it really makes you realize how many toxins we actually absorb, throughout the day, just in our everyday living. So get started on your own do-it-yourself body wrap, detox wrap. You'll be so glad you did. So thank you for watching.